There is a team that's sole purpose is to kill everyone against them, and with the use of a single item, they were able to control me, force me to join their side, and ruin my life. What is this item though? Well, this is an IOU, a book that when given to a player allows them to have full control over you. Though this little book is what wasted so many hours, days, weeks of my life, all for nothing. To understand this tragic tale, we need to go back to December 17th, when I had been given a very important item.
So I want you to just take a look at this. This is for you. It's an IOU that only you can use if I betray or if we're not teammates or like allies or anything like that, because I want to show my loyalty to you as a teammate.
I had just been given an IOU, and although I was grateful for this gift, it came off as a little suspicious. There was really no reason to give me this, though I decided not to press further. Later that night, I had been added to a group chat with 2 members of a team called the Equalizers. The Equalizers' goal is to reset everybody back to 0 strength, because on the Strength SMP, the plugin allows for players to gain permanent attack damage just by killing another player. Why they want this is unknown, but the real question is why did they add me to this group chat, and being curious, I joined.
You took your sweet time, buddy.
So I'll explain what's going on. So I want you to join our team. You know, if you want to join, you can make your own contract. Just say what you want, like your rules to be.
This offer was so sudden that I couldn't help but ask a question. Is there any reason why you're asking like me in particular, or are you just like asking people? Cause like
everyone else hates us.
All right, make your contract. You know.
I'll be honest, I actually hated their team and everything they stood for. However, I had one reason for wanting to join, but to explain, I need to go back a little further. To the day, a player by the name of Ty had called some server members to a meeting.
So the reason I've called you guys here, we just want to make sure that you guys don't go ahead and side with them.
Essentially, Ty wanted to confirm that everybody there was against the Equalizers. Why this was important is because 1 month ago, he had found me around his base, and later forced me to give up my items in exchange for my life. This had seemed like the perfect opportunity to get my get back, and show him that I wasn't to be messed with. And so, when I had gotten the book back, without hesitation, I signed it. There's my life.
All right, okay. You're in the team. Except this contract doesn't say you're in the team though. Do you know what an IOU is?
I am aware.
The terms say you cannot take all my strength away past 0, but if you look a little bit in the middle here.
Potato has to do whatever SX says forever as a permanent IOU. And just like that, I'd signed my life away. Though, IOU or not, I was still being let into the team.
Get rid of your old stuff, put it in there. Get your new stuff.
I have to get the shitty dormant, really. Which meant I could get my revenge on Ty. At least, that's what I thought, before looking in the team Discord, only to see a very certain someone on the team. Apparently, I hadn't been paying attention, because sometime in between yesterday's meeting and right now, Ty had switched sides, meaning me getting into the team meant absolutely nothing. And now, I was under permanent contract to do whatever SX told me, though my first task came sooner than expected.
Could you infiltrate a team?
My lying skills are pretty bad, and to be honest, I don't want my team to succeed, though fulfilling his request would bring me one step closer to getting that IOU destroyed. And luckily, before I even had to ask, I was invited to the team. What the videos don't tell you though is that being a mole is really boring. For like 2 days straight, nothing had been said in the Discord, and while my teammates were being jumped, I couldn't do anything.
Right now, Potato, you might need a fight. Can you right now?
I mean, I can, but like they're not supposed to know that like I'm on your team.
Oh, shit. Okay.
And to make matters worse, I had just learned something really bad. Okay, I've just been informed of some really bad news. I've just read somewhere that I'm going to get unwhitelisted, you know, in like 5 days. The duration of my, my unwhitelist is determined by when I upload. And something I haven't told you is that I'm trying to obtain 100,000 diamonds. The reason doesn't matter right now. But if I'm unable to complete this project, I'll be unwhitelisted. But to complete this project in time, I need a lot of netherite. And getting the amount I need just isn't possible right now. At least getting it by hand, as my teammate was willing to give me some. Not without a price though. Oh my god.
So meet the I don't know family. They're called that.
It is for what the fuck?
Wait, what
bro,
the fuck?
bro.
No, alright. I'm breeding 1,000 dogs for SX. So I think we just start off by first of all waiting for the time to go out. In the meantime, do we just kill cows and get a bunch of steak for later?
I mean, yeah, probably. Wait, haven't we done this before? You're probably thinking that I got the ancient debris, saved myself, lived happily ever after, etc. Though you couldn't be more wrong. My dumb self logged off, forgetting that I was supposed to be getting paid, leaving me ancient debris-less, though I'll come back to this in a bit as something a little more troubling arose. 2 new members had joined the enemy team to Discord, though the reason why I felt rather troubled about this is because these 2 players were 2 members of the Equalizers, Ty and Reversals. Deals were being made for strength, Ty was being accused of cheating, and almost everyone in the Discord was in VC. Many thoughts were running through my head, though one question seemed the most important. Were they betraying the Equalizers? This kind of thing isn't unheard of, as in the previous war for Elytras that took place before this, Ty had joined the enemy team in order to win the war. I could really only speculate though, as I didn't have access to my computer and I couldn't see what was going on. And though I'd probably end up regretting it later, I kept my mouth shut. Now, let's fast forward a few days, specifically one day before the final war, which is also the day I realized that I hadn't been given the ancient debris. Upon this realization, I decided to confront Noob. Anyways, so like, when's the ancient debris dropping into my inventory? I did say you'll get it at 500 dogs, so in probably a day or 2. And the reality of the situation was, I had no more gimmicks, I had no more tricks, I had nothing. It was over. I had lost. Call it dumb luck, call it whatever, I don't care, but miracle had struck. An extension was being provided, meaning I would be able to fight in the final war for the Equalizers, meaning I could finally destroy the IOU and figure out the truth. Because if I could find out what the Equalizers' true intentions are, I'll be satisfied. And with the day of the war finally here, countless hours, days, weeks of grinding, fighting, all led up to this. But of course, things couldn't be this simple. So when SX, the player who had full control over me, asked me to VC, I knew something was wrong.
You're not allowed to tell anyone about what I'm about to tell you. When I give the signal, kill the Equalizers. You know, if you want to join, you can make your own contract. Do you know what an IOU is? Could you infiltrate a team? I'm gonna loop you in a little bit right now. I'm not an Equalizer. I left like a good while ago. Burned the contracts. Okay.
Wait, why though?
I can't tell you everything right now, but I'll just tell you right now. Me and Leo are not Equalizers anymore, and nobody knows.
I felt everything I thought I knew crumble around me in that very moment. So as I stood there in front of everyone, side by side with the people I would soon have to betray, I thought about if I would be on the right side of history.
This fight is an end to something great. Something that nobody really knew is that we've been 2 steps ahead the entire time. More specifically, I've been 2 steps ahead the entire time.
Okay.
And before the fight starts, I just want to say, SX, you kind of look like a Grinch, bro.
I kind of just stood there, not really processing what just happened. I was so confused because if SX and Leo weren't Equalizers and everyone else wasn't as well, who were we fighting? This whole fight was meaningless. None of this meant anything. The Equalizers weren't even a thing anymore. I didn't know. I didn't know what to think. I didn't know what to say. I didn't know what to do. But I just watched as everyone killed SX and Leo. And I'm sure that day people got their happy endings. The server-wide villain was gone. It was just a waste of time. All of it was just a waste of time. Though, I have one thing. One item that could maybe give this meaning. Noob's IOU. A one-of-a-kind item on this server, as contracts are now banned and Noob is giving me full permission to use this. I don't know what I'll do with this, but if it means something, anything at all, let it be known that my story is not over.